following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me, big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC. Always love the clothes of Jimmy. British, I'm your one I wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity. We'll take you out to Jimmy Stars.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment.
You do know who I am. And if you know what's good for you, you are going to love, honor, and obey.
Love, honor, and obey.
You got your wish. You're mine now, doll. Now sit back and learn from the master.
So if you guys look too behind us, you can see that's my mummy I got for my birthday, and I got all these Chuckies for my birthday, and I was Chucky for Halloween party the other night, so it's all cool. So what's up, everybody? We got a great show for you today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have Lillian Mortis coming on. She was on last year around this time. It should be a lot of fun. And then we have actor Mark Holton coming on. You guys know him from lots of films. He's been in a ton of things. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, we missed everybody last week, but we had a really good time going to Michelle Kanan's Star on the Palm Springs Walk of Fame. There was lots of famous people there. It was a lot of fun, and we had a good time, right?
Oh, am I here?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't introduce you yet? No, and we have our cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't.
And you wonder why I smack him around a lot, you know.
No, I didn't do that on purpose. I'm just talking, and we got people in the chat room starting to show up. Be Claudia from Germany, and Julia's here from Russia.
Russia.
So tell everybody about the Star on the Palm Springs Walk of Fame.
First, let's talk about our shirts.
Okay.
Lower the camera so you can see that they're pumpkins because it's Halloween. Ghosts and goblins and vampires and monsters will roam the streets looking for you to get you. And when they get you, they will bite you and they will drink your blood and they will eat you because it's Halloween.
Yay.
So be good.
Don Hinton just joined us. Hey, Don, how you doing? Hope
Hi,
all
Dawn.
is well.
Hi, everybody in the chat room.
Did you wear a special watch today?
Oh, I wore an orange watch to match my orange shirt, and it's a 40s watch. You know, we have so many of them in every color, and I love it. Yay! So there you go.
Absolutely. So everything is good, you guys. We had a good time, and then we went to Michelle Kanan's 50th birthday party Saturday night, and we had a good time there. And this week, we have Halloween hotness on Saturday night. It's on the roof of Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Hollywood, California. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And you can get tickets if you want to go. You go to Halloween-hotness.com and you can get tickets. They're only like $35 if you want to go. And there's about 200 celebrities that'll be attending. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Although all the proceeds go to St. Jude's Hospital for children.
Yes.
What better thing can you do than to help little children get the health care that they need? Chemotherapy, all kinds of stuff.
Cancer treatments
that these poor kids suffer from.
Yes.
So if we all chip in a little bit, we can make it happen. And let's make it happen.
And we also want to say hi to Stefan, just joined us in the
Hey,
chat room.
Stefan, how you doing?
Say hi to Tina. And
hi, Tina.
Oh, I was saying that for Stefan to say hi to Tina.
What?
I was saying that for Stefan to say hi to Tina.
No, I want to say hi to Tina.
Okay, say hi to Tina.
I miss Tina. I like Tina a lot. We haven't seen her in years. We have so many friends that we really don't see. You know, going to the Michelle's birthday party, we saw a lot of the people here from Palm Springs that we never see.
We haven't seen since COVID.
Haven't seen since COVID because everybody ran in hiding. And Jimmy and I are so busy with filming and playing with our Hollywood friends in Hollywood that we really have very little time to spend here.
Yes.
It's difficult to not offend people because people get offended easily. They think, oh, well, they like them better than I. And that's not true. We like everybody. We just don't have time.
Look,
what are we doing?
I'm showing, like, there's my clapping monkey.
Oh, you got the clap, you said?
Yeah, that's from American. No, that's from American Horror
the clapping
Story.
monk. I thought you said
From
you had the
American
clap.
Horror Story, you guys. And there's Luke Skywalker, and there's Batman, and there's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and C-3PO.
We have
Chucky
more
and the
Chuckies
Mummy.
around here.
Chucky's like my favorite. I'm collecting big Chuckies all
But
over
I
the
really
place
wish
now.
everybody would write to Jimmy and say dust. The place is covered in dust. I mean, it's filthy. It's a sin. I'm embarrassed when people come to our home and they come in this room and he doesn't have carpeting. He wants the cement floor from the builder. Why, I don't know.
Eventually, we'll put carpeting.
He thinks it looks very haunted this way. Like, it's nuts. What can I tell you? I live with a weirdo. I mean, who the hell wants to be surrounded by monsters and concrete floors and dead people and blood and guts and
I think
chopping
a lot of
up?
people do.
I know, but there's got to be something psychologically wrong with you as a child, young man.
Yeah.
What happened to you as a child
Yeah.
that you got so screwed up?
Look at
with
how my
monsters?
Chuckies, how cute they look,
I
though,
mean,
here.
look at him. He's 65 years old. How old are you? 58?
No, 58.
59? Whatever you are.
This is my
He's
newest.
58 years old and he has dolls like a child.
This is one of my newest Chuckies. You can't tell, but his eye lights up. His eyes are lit up.
I like a little killing now and then. What's wrong with that?
Chucky's the best. You
I
can
mean,
see his lights go
I
on.
should only get the attention his dolls get. I'd be so happy.
Oh, that's not true.
No, it is true. You love your dolls. You light up when you buy them, or we get them for him as a gift. You know, it's easy to get him Christmas and birthday gifts. Just go to the monster store.
Dawn says she's got rooms full of them.
Well, she's another nut. What can I tell you? I mean, you know, I'm just on the other side of the spectrum.
I know.
I am where it should be, happy and pretty and soft and beautiful and clean. Yeah.
Okay.
Say no more.
It makes me like happy. If I was
Oh, I
like,
don't care.
if I was a billionaire, you guys, I would buy a huge house just to fill with action figures, and I would have 50 million of them.
And then they would do a television show on him
And they would.
as the eccentric guy who's a pack rat.
No, I wouldn't pack around. I would display everything so you could see it all like you can here.
Dust. Just dust it all, please. Because you're in this room all the time and you're breathing the dust. You know, we had construction. Our bathroom is still being under construction. Takes forever. And when they broke up the old tile and had to chip away the glue from the old tile, the cement, it went in the air conditioning system and it went throughout the entire house. So my house is dusted and white.
It's everywhere. There's dust everywhere.
All I'm doing is cleaning and dusting and dusting and cleaning because I can't even get cleaning people in here that will be willing to clean it because it's so outrageously filthy.
You're right about that.
But as soon as I get it halfway decent, then I'll have cleaning people come in here to help me finish. You know, I was reading, I go on YouTube, and on YouTube it says all this stuff about 1955, the housewife. She was just a slave. All she did was cook and clean and raise children. You know what? I do that, and I'm not a housewife. I work in movies and on this show and on whatever I can, as well as cook and clean, food shop, and still raise my daughters, believe it or not, even though they're women. I worry about them. So you see, things have not really changed. The only difference is years ago, the housewife, when she got her work done, she could sit and watch Sean Kanan or Tristan Rogers on a soap opera, or Kate Linda, who I love, on a soap opera, and they could relax. Me, I don't get a chance to relax at all any point in the day. There's gardening to do, there's construction work to do, there's cleaning to do, cooking. You don't want to hear all this bullshit, me complaining.
Well, we have
anyway,
to prep for movies. 'Cause
listen,
we've got a
whatever
bunch
it
coming
is,
up.
it's called life. And I love living, and I love life. And I love Jimmy too, even though he's got a dusty, filthy room.
Oh, you guys didn't see Edward Scissorhands back here too.
Yeah, covered in dust.
So that's Edward Scissorhands. He's made of wax, and there's only 5 of them in the world, and mine's number 3 out of 5.
Right.
And there's only 5 of them.
And he's so expensive and so precious and worth so much money and so covered in dust. I'm not exaggerating. It's not dust like you get in your house, normal dust. It's white cement dust.
Well, once he gets done with everything, I'll go through and clean everything, but I'm not going to clean it, and then it's just going to get messy again.
Yeah, right.
I usually only clean it once a year, you guys, because it's too much work. So every year at Christmas time, I dust it so I can make room for the new things I get for Christmas.
It's so fun. I'm going to put a hazardous sign on your door. Toxic.
No.
Hazardous. Entering is hazardous to your health. Ugh. You
No,
can't even breathe.
It's so
in
much
here.
fun. I love it. I love it to death. All right, so before we get started,
Odd Couple. I'm the clean freak, and he's the slob. Odd Couple. Remember the Odd Couple TV show? We are it. They should
there's
do a
no dust on
reality
the
show
screen. They
on
can't
us.
tell. Actually, these new things aren't dusty yet because they're brand new. I just got them.
Oh, they're not dusty yet. I'd like to
So
punch
real
him
quick,
right
you
in
guys,
the
we
head.
want to thank everybody for tuning in every week, and we missed you guys last week. You can hear the show on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, Amazon Prime, and SoundCloud. We're on a bunch more, but those are all the major platforms. If you're on iTunes listening, please leave us a review. We have a bunch of good reviews on there, so we would like to keep that going. And I forgot what else I was going to say with that, but that's okay.
That's because you got dust in the brain.
No.
Yeah, you breathe in all that dust. It coats your brain, and your brain gets stupid.
No.
So
We have a bunch of cool stuff going on, you guys.
we do. A lot of movies to
A lot
be
of movies
made.
getting made. We're starting a new movie in
I
January.
wish we would get funded for my movie. My movie, we really need my film, because my film is a feel-good movie. There's no message in it. There's no what is the word I'm looking for?
It's not woke.
What?
It's not woke.
What is it called?
Woke.
What the hell is woke?
It's not politically correct.
Oh,
of
it's not
today's
poli-
standards.
It's just
Fun.
reality of what life was like in 1943 in a Jewish Italian home. And it's wonderful. It's funny, not because I wrote it. I wrote it because it's real. It's based on people I knew all my life, and the jokes are from the Yiddish imamas that I grew up with in Brooklyn. So let's get funded, okay,
You
Jim?
gotta have fun with it. We're working on it.
Is my deck done yet?
No,
Why? You made me do the audit work.
I know. Well, so we got to find somebody to do. Anyway, we'll talk about it not on the air because people don't need to know.
Just
these
go
things.
dust.
And in the meantime, you guys, our first guest should be calling in any second now. We're going to take a little quick music break as we're going along.
Yay.
This is somebody I found on TikTok. You guys follow me on TikTok. I'm trying to build my TikTok. It's tiktok.com/@JimmyStar. And the name of the song is Remember My Name, and the name of the artist is Rob Sand, and he's super cool. I'm going to try to get him on the show. So enjoy.
Yeah, hold up, let me do my thing. Hold up, let me sip my drink. You don't even know my story. You ain't ever felt my pain. Yeah, I've been through the rain when it's stormy, but I know that the weathers don't change. They telling me that life is a gamble, so I bet you gon' remember my name. This year I ain't stopping till I make my way up to the top. Been working so hard, and now that I started, I won't ever stop. There's no time to be lazy, gotta give everything that I got. If you don't got nothing to bring to the table, you cannot reach in my pot, no. There's no way I'm sitting around all day, chilling and twiddling my thumbs. They asking me where I get all of my talents, I told them it comes from above. I never pay attention to the hate, I'm only acknowledging love. I cannot dwell on the negative, that's how you get stuck. Hold up, let me do my thing. Hold up, let me sip my drink. You don't even know my story, you ain't ever felt my pain. Yeah, I've been through the rain when it's stormy, but I know that the weathers don't change. They telling me that life is a gamble, so I bet you gon' remember my name.
She don't even know my name. They ain't never felt my pain. I know when it's time to make a change. I know when it's time to switch lanes. I can be stuck driving on the one way. And I'm my pace when I do all the gas. Whole lot of my tank, I don't think it gets empty. This shit ain't regular, you ain't gon' find anybody else doing everything that we do. I promise you, we astronomical, it's so phenomenal. Started using my logic and all the impossible turned into probable. Let me do my thing. know me last year. Now they say my last name.
Hold up, let me do my thing. Hold up, let me sip my drink. You don't even know my story. You ain't ever felt my pain. Yeah, I've been through the rain when it's stormy, but I know that the weather's gon' change. They telling me that life is a gamble, so I bet you gon' remember my name.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? That's Rob saying, know my name. I think it's called Remember My Name. And I've spent a week on TikTok, you guys, trying to like figure out the whole thing because I don't really know how to do it, but it was freaking awesome. There's so much cool stuff you can find. I follow the sneaker people and the watch people and the horror people. And then you just watch all the weird videos, and it's a lot of fun. And there's Astro.
The most handsomest dog. Look how handsome he is. He looks just like me. Don't you think we look alike? I think we look alike. Jimmy looks like a basset hound. I look like Astro. Yeah, Astro, give me kisses.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's true.
You gotta like love every second of it.
What?
So Astro's doing good, you guys, and he doesn't like the cold weather. We're finding out he doesn't like cold weather. He doesn't like wet weather. He basically just likes it when it's like 90 degrees and beautiful out. Because he won't go in the grass when it's wet. And I tried to take him out this morning. It was 54 degrees this morning.
That's because he's
And he
very
didn't like it.
special. He's a special little boy. Aren't you my special little boy? I love you. You can give daddy kisses. I love you. This dog kisses me more than Jimmy. It's the truth. This dog loves me more than
That's
Jimmy.
true, because he kisses you like 6,000 times a day.
Yeah, I know, but you don't even kiss me once.
I kiss you every morning and
Yeah,
every night.
Like he kisses an old lady.
No.
Good morning, honey.
No.
Such a kiss I should live for.
Oh, you're crazy. Don't tell people that. They'll actually believe you.
My dog makes out good. My Astro, when he gives me kisses, your kisses send me to Shangri-La.
Pat Grant just joined us, too, in the chat room. Hey,
Who?
Pat Grant.
Hey, Pat Grant.
She used to always be in the chat room, and then she was working, and she's in
Now
she's in
back.
Canada, so it's freaking
Pat's
freezing,
back.
right? Is it cold in Canada, Pat?
Pat's
I bet it
back.
is.
Astro, I'm going to have to put you down, honey, because daddy has to go to work.
Well, you can hold him while you work if you want.
He even tongue kisses me. You don't even tongue kiss me.
I do once in a while. Oh, you okay, Astro?
No, you don't tongue kiss me ever.
Anyway, so talk. A
You
little
don't
bit.
bring me flowers anymore. Remember that song?
Yeah, that's Neil Diamond.
Right. Ah, you don't bring me flowers anymore. That's what happens after you're married 10 years, you know. I remember when we first met, he like didn't leave me alone. I was like nauseous from him already. I said, what are you touching, grabbing, hugging, kissing, spitting on me? What are you doing? Leave me alone for a minute. Now,
They're asking how Shazam is. Shazam is, well, you guys,
Shazam is
Shazam's
great.
with Leslie and Deirdre.
Yep. You know, Shazam is aging, and he really had a little bit of a quarrel with Brandy, and we had to get Brandy's head out of his jaws, and had we not done that, he would have killed her. For some reason, as Shazam got old, he got nastier. So my daughters now are taking care of him. They adore him, and he's as docile and sweet as could be. I mean, it's just, you can't trust dogs. That's why you must never let your children go near a dog you don't know, because a dog can be sweet as an angel and then for some reason turn around and bite you, snap, and harm you. So be careful of that.
Yeah, he's a great dog, but he's getting older.
He's getting old, and I think that, you know, he's got some issues, and we may lose him in the next 6 months, so they say. But
So they wanted to take care of him
yeah,
also, though.
but he's also like 12 or 13. We don't know how old because he's a rescue, but he's got to be about 12 or 14 years old, 13 or 14.
Yeah, because they said he was 5 or so when we got him, and we've had him for like 6 years, I think.
Yeah, so
And they don't really live that long normally.
that's why, you know, I mean, if anything happened to Astro, I have to be committed. I will have to be institutionalized because I don't think I could handle it. I love him beyond belief. Anyway,
Astro's
on
the
a happy
best.
note, it's Halloween. What are you dressing as? Are you going to a party? I hope so, because it's the only time of the year where everybody is an actor or an actress. You get a chance to put on a costume and pretend you're the character that you're dressed like. And that's what we actors do, right, Jimmy?
Yes, we do.
Well, I do. Him.
Okay, Lillian's getting ready to come. She's
Who?
Lillian, our first guest.
Lillian.
She'll be coming on in a minute, you guys.
Lillian, baby.
So it should all be good. It should all be fun. Maybe I'll play one more trailer real quick before you come on. Before
I'm
she
hungry.
comes on. Well, you can't worry about that right now.
I didn't have lunch yet.
Oh well.
Now, it's going to be 2:00 when we go off, and I haven't eaten since this morning for breakfast. I had a cup of coffee and a piece of French bread that big. Imagine. Big guy like me, you know, that's not enough food all day. But I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight.
That's okay. You look fabulous. All right,
Yeah,
real
I
quick,
need
you
to
guys.
lose weight.
So many years ago when we were in Pennsylvania, we did this terrible movie. It's a lot of fun.
What
And
terrible
Ron
movie?
plays a sheriff in it. And the name of the film was Croker. And you probably can't see it anywhere. I sold all my copies on eBay. But this is the trailer for it. I thought it'd be fun since it's Halloween to play it. And so you guys can check it out. And then our guest should be here by the time we get back, hopefully. And so enjoy this, you guys. It's Croker starring Ron Russell.
No, I'm not starring in it. No.
Alright, you all know the drill. Last one to the dog's done. Kiss it! Why does he look like that? Why? I want to tell you a story about Clippers.
Hi, this is Macy Patterson with the Jimmy Star Show News. We are here today in front of the Canonsburg Borough Building. Over the past few weeks, local residents have monitored the area and noticed that once again, the levels are on the rise.
I got 4 corpus electis in the past 2 days.
Cause of death?
Sudden cardiac death caused by ventricular fibrillation.
So what you're trying to tell me is this urban legend is haunting this town.
Most legends start as true stories.
Go ahead and make fun. I'm ready for my next encounter.
Frogs aren't waist high. Get in the mind of your enemy.
Rookies. Look, I got an idea. Instead of sitting in your kitchen looking like a Make-A-Wish goalie, let's go down to the creek.
You know, Kate, I'm gonna kick your ass one of these days.
You're the murderer. There's no monster out there. Quinn, where are you? Quinn!
Wow, it's been 9 years, you guys. So that was a super, super, super low budget film. And Ron,
we did it for friends.
We did it for friends. Ron's actually really good in it. And he has a couple really funny scenes.
And I use my very heavy fake Brooklyn accent. Of course, I don't speak that way in my real life.
But it was
Cameron,
fun.
I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's got to do it. You got to do it. Because I ain't fooling around no more. You know what I'm saying?
It was so much fun. We had a lot of time. We were that scene that you see him at night. He was afraid to walk in the woods.
No, I wasn't afraid to walk in the woods.
There's
Pennsylvania has ticks. I don't care for ticks. And ticks like to come out at night. For some reason, they jump on the deer better.
So he made me walk in
Exactly.
front.
Because if anybody's going to get Lyme disease, let it be Jimmy, not me. But the funny story is that, you know, we went to dinner, and of course, what kind of dinner? We went to a grocery store. What kind of?
Like 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, and we ordered food. And as we walked out, I said to Jimmy, "Wow, the food is really cheap here, Jimmy. All of that food, and it was only $6." And Jimmy said, "That's because they didn't charge you, Ron. They only charged me. I was in a police officer's outfit, costume, and they thought I was a real cop, so they never charged me for food." When we got back, we told the crew the story, and then one of the guys in the crew yelled out, "Hey, Ron, let's go to an Italian restaurant."
It was funny. Don Hinton says, "Let's get the Academy on the line."
Yeah, right. Yeah, for that performance.
I don't know if you can actually even find that movie anywhere. I think I might have one copy of it left.
I tell you what, you know what?
It was fun.
And looking at some of the crap that we see or in, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
It wasn't that bad, and it was like, when I say low budget, I mean like low budget, like $15,000.
The kids will enjoy seeing it.
Yeah, the kids will like it. All right,
it's a kid movie, fun.
So now we are going to have our horror MC.
Oh no! You called her a whore.
No, our horror MC.
Horror.
You're not listening to me. You don't even know what I'm saying. Now we're going to have our horror MC introduce our next guest. Take it away, horror MC.
You keep saying whore.
That's okay.
And people think it's a whore.
No, go. Go, Juan, do it.
Juan the whore.
No, Juan's not the whore.
Oh, you called him a whore.
No, I didn't. I guess he's nervous to do it. All right, Juan, what's up with that? Come on. Anyway, here's our guest, Lillian Mortis. What's up?
What's up, guys?
How are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
He didn't introduce me.
All right, no, we're going to introduce
He has
him.
a shit fit. Watch.
All right, here we go, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, model, actress, horror and vaudeville performer, horror hostess, and fire/sideshow performer, Lillian Mortis. Hello and welcome back to the show.
Hi, it's good to be back.
Now may I speak, fuckface?
Yeah, this is Ron.
She knows who I am.
I know she knows.
She likes me better than you anyway.
Okay, that's fine. Which, by the way, you changed your hair. You're not a blonde.
No, I changed my hair.
I love it. It's fabulous. I mean, I've only seen you really as a blonde, except for lately in your social media posts, which I've seen you not as a blonde. But that's cool. So, okay, now you can talk.
I refuse.
Okay, he's not going to talk.
I'm just going to sit here looking magnificent.
So, Lillian, tell us where you're going Saturday.
Saturday, I will be doing the Halloween Hotness.
Yeah! I just want to put in place.
Are you going to be doing the fire dance?
No, actually, we have something a little more fun and planned for everybody. We're going to be doing a Rocky Horror Time Warp Flash Mob.
Oh, that's fun.
That sounds good. But don't tell us too much. Let people want to come and see it.
That's right, you guys. So get your tickets at Halloween-hotness.com.
And also included in that, you can go throughout the museum and look at all the wax figures of all the celebrities you love. For free. It's included in the ticket. And don't they give some kind of food or something? Not food.
Yeah, they had food last year.
They have
Wait, what is that noise? Hey, Juan, what's that noise? Is that her or is that us? Okay, it went away.
That was probably you passing gas.
No, I hear it
and now
again.
you want to make an excuse, like blaming it on somebody.
No, I hear it again. I heard it again.
That's you, probably.
You hear that?
No.
Oh, there are ghosts around my house, so
that's true. That would work. Okay. All right. So
how's the hubby? It's a hubby or a boyfriend?
No, it's a hubby.
The
hubby, he's great. He'll be with me on Saturday.
Mortis.
He's part of the performance?
Yes.
Good. I look forward to it.
I know it's fun. So first of all, we have a chat room with people showing up. Say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, everybody in the chat room.
And say hi to Dawn. She says she loves your makeup today.
Oh, thank you, Dawn.
It's
Vampire
fun.
Cosmetics, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was Juan saying he was talking, but it wasn't going through, and now it's working. Okay, now I got you. We'll bring you back for that in a minute, Juan. Okay.
What is that glob behind you that's pulsating?
It's supposed to be a backdrop, but apparently it's not taped down well enough.
Actually, we see part of it.
I see a skeleton against a tree.
I know we see a cemetery.
And then to the left of you is this big black glob that's got a heartbeat and it's mushing around.
Might be the blob.
Be careful. The blob. If it's the blob, it's going to consume you. Be careful.
Oh,
So you guys-
no, I just feed it.
So you guys, if you want to follow Lillian, she's on Instagram. It's at Lillian with one L, Lilian, _sin, SIN _official, OFFICIAL. You can follow her on Instagram. We had her on, I think, only a year ago, right? We had you on?
About this time, yeah.
About this time last year. And in that time, you did a zillion movies. So
I know.
congratulations. I think that's like super cool. You got to work with some fun people. Besides doing your fire show, and actually, you should tell everybody what is your fire show so they have
It's
an
really
idea.
great. I've seen it a few times. It's really...
I do a little fire dancing. When I'm dancing with it, it's like I don't know. It's more the fire takes over.
No, it's fun.
She puts her husband on fire. He just burns to a crisp.
I do fleshing. That's where I take the torch, and I light my skin on fire and then put it out. I eat fire, and my newest trick is where I hold the fire in my mouth.
Oh, that's cute.
Do you ever get burned?
No, I've been very fortunate. I mean, I'll get what I call little fire kisses, but nothing serious.
Okay.
Great way to get rid of hair on your arms.
Or any part of the body.
She winks.
I didn't want to go there because I'm accused sometimes of being vulgar.
Oh, that's okay. You can
Which
be
is
vulgar.
ridiculous. I'm never vulgar. I'm just
You're
funny.
not vulgar. You're just honest.
That's right.
And funny. But
very funny.
But well, my very good friend Sue Wong said I was vulgar, salacious, and inappropriate.
Inappropriate, not
inappropriate. Do you think I'm those things? Vulgar, salacious, and inappropriate?
No, I just think you're
So now I'm
outspoken and
angry with
honest.
her and I'm not speaking to her because I'm punishing her. For saying that, I'm not going to give her my friendship for 1 year. That's the punishment for her.
We'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday and what you're doing. Let's talk a little bit. So you do the firing, because I know you have, I saw on your, I believe it was Facebook, but it might have been Instagram. I saw that you have a couple other events. You got something big Friday night. Tell everybody what you're doing Friday night.
Oh, Friday night, I'm going to be doing a bloodbath ritual performance for a private vampire ball party.
Now, wait a minute. Let's have a vampire ball party.
A blood ritual performance.
A blood ritual. This is disgusting. I mean, who are you going to stab to get the blood? Let Jimmy go. You can stab him. He loves
I
it.
already have the blood in the skull, so you don't have to worry about seeing that part.
Oh, you don't want Jimmy's blood? I'll send him.
Wait, and do you have something Thursday night too? Like, I think you had a whole bunch of things. For this week.
Let's see, Thursday. I don't remember if I have anything on Thursday.
Zombie night. You're going to eat somebody, cook them, and eat a person. Zombie night, right? You got to have zombie night.
Gotta have zombie night.
You got vampire night, fire night, zombie night. You know, years ago, you would have been committed. No, they would have committed you years ago. They'd say, this girl is definitely dangerous and insane. And Jimmy would have gone with you.
Oh, Dawn Hinton is telling me, she also put in here, don't forget about the fact that she does money stapling.
Yeah.
So you guys, we were at
But
the
now,
Clown
wait a
Motel.
minute. In defense of her, because I said she would have been committed, that's because years ago they didn't know their asses from their elbows. Today, we know entertainment goes all over. And you guys are great. I love watching you. The last time I saw you was in that jumpy bar we made the movie in.
Oh, yeah, Universal Bar and Grill.
Yeah,
you went on fire. And
Ron was just like, what a dump.
Well, you know, it was lousy. As we're shooting the film, the air conditioning was so old, they had to turn it off, and it was like 102. And we were sweating to death as we were working. It was horrible.
Which is funny, you know what? Because I went to your IMDb today, and I noticed, I always somehow thought you were somebody in Clown Motel too, but you're not in Clown Motel, even though you perform at all.
I am in Clown Motel too.
How come it's not on your IMDb?
It should be. I'll have to talk to Joe. No, you know the blonde topless clown?
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, I thought that was you, but it's not on. I didn't see it on your IMDb, so you need to add it on there.
I will.
Because I was like, she's at every time we go to the premiere, she's performing, and I was like, it seems weird that she's not in it. I could have sworn she was in it.
Oh, I am. I'm the topless dead clown.
She's the topless dead clown.
No, I knew she was in it.
Which is like funny. She's gnarly. Oh.
What?
Dawn Hinton says she's gnarly. So you guys, money stapling is when she like gives the stapler. I remember because Kimberly Boynton's, I guess that's not her son. That would have been her grandson.
Her grandson.
Her grandson was like going up to you with dollar bills and stapling them into your skin. And I was like, I wouldn't do that for $1.
Now tell me, do you like to eat chicken hearts?
No.
That's supposed to be Rock Hudson. You know, the actor Rock Hudson.
She won't know Rock Hudson. She's too young.
Well, Rock Hudson was
not that young.
Rock Hudson was a very famous leading man, handsome. And Rock Hudson loved, his favorite thing to eat was chicken hearts and chicken livers, fried with onion.
Liver and onions is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Yuck. I don't eat it.
Well, I just thought that maybe you liked eating. Do you like human hearts?
I mean, I do have a human heart in a jar.
See, I feed you the lines, baby. I feed you the good lines.
I think that's freaking hilarious. So, do you have a favorite Halloween movie?
Oh,
Your husband were sitting around, and you were gonna like want to watch, or you were gonna do like a, I don't know, like a spend the all afternoon. Like, what would like a couple of the horror movies that you guys would watch? What would they be?
well, tonight we're gonna probably watch Trick or Treat.
I love that movie. He didn't like it, but I love it. I have a 3-foot Sam over there.
I'm actually trying in the process of getting the costume to go trick or treating as Sam this year.
Oh, that's fabulous. Okay, no, I think that's terrific. I love Trick or Treat, especially the one with Anna Paquin in it. You know, where she's like Little Red Riding Hood or whatever.
I've got to say something. Jimmy Star and I do not have black brassieres on. It looks like black bras because the Jimmy Star world is covering the rest of it. They are pumpkins.
Yeah, they're
but
pumpkins.
If you go like that, it looks like a brassiere.
Here we go.
Yes. Now raise it up. See, now look, go, keep going.
That's okay. Now
that's cute.
Yes, you can
now
tell.
you can see they're pumpkins, not two black bras.
Okay, wait. So go ahead. Okay, Trick or Treat. What? Give us two more.
Not like I got
let's see. Probably one of the original Halloween movies, and possibly a Nightmare on Elm Street one.
Okay. Did you see Halloween Ends?
I did.
Did you not like it?
I don't see Michael being that weak.
Yeah, I don't see
a
Michael
lot of
being that
people
weak
don't
either.
like that movie. It really wasn't the big
They
hit.
had a good story going, and they had it like it just seems like they lost it along the way. You know what I mean?
So I really didn't hate it. I think if it would have been like a standalone film without being part of something,
Yeah.
then it might have worked a lot better. But I thought he was, because he was like a total pussy. Like I was like, Myers, come on, like he should be killing everybody, and he doesn't really hardly kill anybody in it. So I agree, it wasn't, but I still enjoyed it.
Well, that's because they showed goodwill over evil. You see, they made evil not so evil.
And when would Jamie Lee Curtis ever be scared of Michael?
Right. Never.
They made her terrified of him. She's not terrified of him.
Yeah, that part was not good too.
Oh, because now women are tough and women are not frightened anymore.
Well, she's always been tough.
Women have always been dominant or been strong in horror films ever since the beginning.
No, but they're not showing women weak in any kind of film anymore. Women do karate, they beat men up. Women are now men. Years ago, women were women. They wore high heels, crinolines, and big skirts, and they look like women.
I still do that.
Well, yeah. I know.
Have you?
Wait, today they wear jumpsuits and space shoes, and they're kicking the shit out of 6'4" muscle-bound men, which I find hilariously funny and stupid. But that's today. Today, equality is the issue. No matter what you do, everything has to be equal, and that's quite boring. Because years ago, there was a thing called different, and everybody was different. And everybody brought to the table something different, and I like that better. So Hollywood, get off this everybody is equal shit. We are not. We are not all equal. We all have a different drum that we march to.
I actually like the fact that she killed him at the end. So
I don't think she killed him.
He'll always be back.
Even the movie's called Halloween Ends. Well, I thought that they were going to start a new one with the other guy, but they killed him too. So
they never kill monsters. That's like Batman. They knock Batman off and suddenly he's back.
Yeah, because it's a different movie.
I know, but that's stupid. How do you kill somebody and then they go?
So have you ever seen the movie Martyrs?
I think it's been a long time.
YRS. Like for me, like I can't watch it. I don't think again. Anyway, that for me that's the freakiest movie that ever. It's the most sacrilegious and freakiest movie ever. And I've seen every horror movie, good and shitty, that comes out. But the actual movie Martyrs, everybody should watch it once. It's very difficult to watch. But I thought you might actually like it.
For you, it's difficult?
Yeah, it was the most difficult
then it
movie
should have
I
been.
ever
It should have
watched.
been condemned.
It was really bad.
Then the film really should be not seen. If you found it difficult, that movie should be burned.
It has to do with church.
Church?
Yeah, like it's like how much like the movie is about a girl and the church wants to find out how much pain someone can actually go through. And so they send her through all these like different things where they like keep her and they remove all the skin off of her body.
Okay, that's enough.
So it's just like what's
That's
underneath the skin is all you see. It's really freaky.
That's quite enough. You know,
Have you ever seen what's the
I don't know of any church that ever would do that. But
Now you're just talking. Society is the one you should check out.
Yes. Wait, have you ever seen the other one? What's the one that you can't stand?
Oh, with the caterpillar.
Yeah, Human Centipede. Did you see Human Centipede?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh my
I've
God!
never seen
Only the
it,
first
and
one. The
I
other
never
two are
will.
terrible. We had before Ron was on the show. We had the whole cast of the show of the movie on and the director, and you would like that though. It's really wild. You know what
It's
the premise
disgusting.
is,
It's
right?
not wild. It's sensationalism. It's theater at its worst. It's common. It's gaudy. It's broady. It's shitty.
I loved
is
it.
what it is. Very shitty.
Yeah, it is shitty because they're eating shit.
Who the hell wants it? What kind of sick mind wants to sit and watch that and call that pleasure? It's not a feel-good
You should
movie.
watch it. You'll like it.
Oh, she'll like it. I
It's
don't
good.
think so. I don't think she's going to like it.
No, the concept is
Unless you're
genius.
into scat. If you're a scat freak, yeah, scat people love that movie.
Oh,
No,
they're saying
really.
they can't believe you haven't seen that one. All right, so let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff that you got going on. You just did a bunch of films. So how many Amityville movies are you going to do?
As many as they pay.
As many as they'll put me in.
As many as they pay you for.
As
So,
many as they
so you
pay
guys,
you
she's got Amityville Bigfoot that she's recently done. Amityville Karen. Is that like Karen, like a Karen person?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's got to be hilarious. So Amityville Bigfoot, you guys has Eric Roberts Tuesday night, Sean Phillips, Bill Victor Erican, Ozzy Capri. I know there's a lot of other people. I just picked out the people I know. And you. That must be a Sean.
Eric is becoming quite a horror movie star.
Yeah, he's doing a bunch of them.
Yeah, Eric.
Did you have fun? And it hasn't come out yet, right?
I don't think Amityville Bigfoot's out, but Amityville Karen is out on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. And you guys, that one's got Lauren Francesca, Sean Phillips. Is that his film? Or is it
Yeah.
Okay, Sean Phillips, who was on our show, James Duvall, Caleb Thomas, Jennifer Nangle, Mike Ferguson, Ozzy, and Donna Lee Heising, your wife in Clowney.
Right.
So
she's a sweetie, that Donna Lee.
So are you allowed to tell us the
people
premise?
are afraid of her. They think she's like a mermaid or some kind of a weird woman. I mean, she's very egotistical. She loves herself and she loves her image, but that's okay because that's who she is. I found her to be kind, sweet, caring, and very generous.
Do you know Donna?
I've met her a few times, yeah.
I think she'll probably be there
I
Saturday.
mean, she doesn't give a shit about anybody. She just looks in the mirror and she's happy. I mean, she doesn't need people. She just needs lots of mirrors. But she loves herself. And
She's
there's nothing
fun.
wrong with loving yourself.
I know, she's loved.
Because if you're going to be anything in this business, you have to love yourself. Because if you don't, it'll show on film.
Right.
I think she's a. I was at a birthday party with her, and she was sitting in a very short mini dress with a slit up the front, and she didn't realize it, but her legs were open, and I looked down and I said, "Donna, you're not wearing panties." And she said, "No." I said, "Because you just winked at me." So she proceeded to pull down her skirt unbothered and continue talking.
That's funny as hell.
I like people that have that kind of gut. You know, she wasn't going to scream and throw herself against the wall and cry. You know, so her snatch showed. Big deal. You saw it. You're a gay guy. What difference? Let's continue with the conversation, right? I like people like that. I don't like people like if a girl's top or her bra and you see a little bit of a tit and, oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm dying. I'm killing myself. You're so full of shit. You know.
You don't have to worry about Lillian.
No,
with
that's
that.
why I like her because you're like me, Lillian. You know. I mean, if my
I mean,
pants.
she's dead clown. She's topless dead clown in Dead Clown Hotel too.
I know, but no. If my pants fell down and the world saw my dick, I would pull up my pants and continue what I'm doing. I'm not going to make an issue of it.
Right.
It's part of my anatomy. I'm a human being. We all have. Every man has the same. Maybe not as big, but the same.
Actually, though, because you're smoking
Right
hot.
now,
so-
I'm going to go to my question.
Okay.
If for some reason all your clothes fell off, would you be embarrassed?
No.
Of course not. Why do people get so upset about that? Tell me.
Well, certain people should.
No idea. Nude isn't lewd.
What?
Nude isn't lewd.
Of course not. It's God's creation.
Oh, but she's also smoking high. Like, ask that to like the 800-pound lady at Walmart, and it might be different.
No, but seriously, no. I want to know what makes you not upset about it, and some other woman hysterical. What do you think causes it?
She's hot.
I really don't know, but I also know.
He's
I'm
answering
also an
this-
open nudist, so
Say it again. Say it again.
I'm also an open nudist, so
Oh, so you definitely don't have a
I
problem.
am
with
to
it.
a point. You know, being in theater years ago when I was young, you know, we have quick changes to make on stage. You know that. And when you're in the dressing room, I mean, women whipped off their dresses. They were tit and pussy naked in front of guys were dick naked. I mean, nobody even noticed. We were busy working, you know, and we all got dressed together, half naked, all naked. And I think that was part of the training, because nudity does not upset me or turn me on. Depends on the situation.
It's funny though, because I saw on your IMDb that you did an episode of a show, and the show's called Nudes in the News.
I did. That's on closefree.com. You can see the episode. You have to be a member. And then also, I just recently did a nude comedy show, talent show, that will be streaming on Roku, Amazon, and other places where I did performances for.
I'm an advocate for male frontal nudity. I think it's very, very, it's wrong to only show a woman in bed naked and not a man, because it degrades the woman. What? The man is so wonderful you can't see his little bird, but the woman has to expose everything?
Well, you'll be seeing plenty of little birds in the show.
No, but I believe, I believe in if you're going to show a woman naked, show a man naked as well. Make it there should be equal. Not that the man is what I mean, it's stupid. You know, they're having sex and you see the woman completely naked and the guy's in in shorts. How's he doing that? With the little slit in his underwear? I mean, you know, it's not real.
Right.
I like.
Now, would you do nude scenes? Of course you would. I mean, sex scenes in bed, you would.
It depends on the scene. Since I'm in a relationship, I don't really do sexual scenes that much with other men.
See, if I were young, I would do it. But at my age, it's not very pretty.
I think it is.
No, it's not very pretty. To see an 82-year-old man frontal naked, no, not attractive. But when I was 21, I could knock your socks off. But that was a lot of years ago.
Actually, does Mortis act also? I know he's in a couple of movies. Does he bill himself as an actor? I know he's like a musician and he does everything else.
He does directing and acting, yes.
Okay.
Where is he, that little son of a bitch?
He's hiding. He's right now.
Put him on the screen. Get him over there. Hey, where are you?
Hang on.
He's in another room.
He's in another room. Don't
Call
worry.
him.
You're going to see him Saturday.
No, but I want to say hello. He's there hiding. I'm going to beat the shit out of him when I
No,
see
hold
him.
on. So I want to brag because you got a couple good films that you've done recently. I don't know if they're out or not, but either way, just the fact that you're in them is congratulations and kudos to you. One of them is Woods Witch, which has actually Ron's friends with some of the people, and so am I. Tom Sizemore is in it. We're not really friends with him, but we know him. Ron's friends with Sally Kirkland, and she's in it.
Love
and
Sally.
She's an Academy Award, you know.
How was Sally feeling? Was she able to
Sally
work?
Kirkland.
Sally
She was a sweetheart.
Huh?
She's
a sweetheart.
No, but how was she her health? Because I know it wasn't too well. I mean,
She seemed fine, or but when you're on set and you're performing as an actor, as you know, nothing matters but being in the moment.
Yeah, you pull it even if you're dying.
So it also has James Duval, who's a friend of ours. Lisa Wilcox has been on the show. Robert Lasardo, who I've never met, but everybody's worked with him.
He's a sweetheart.
I heard he's a cool guy. Ken Davician, who's a friend of ours. Kelly Lynn Ryder, who's a friend of ours, who actually is really, her career is really like taken off. You know, now she just did a Bruce Willis movie, and she's in that shark movie that's on Amazon now. And then you have another film, Zombie 8, Urban Decay. That's a Dustin Ferguson film, right? Is that a Dustin Ferguson film? But it's got cool people that are friends of ours. Mel Novak, Julianne Prescott, Sean Phillips, Jennifer Nangle. I've never met her. I only met her once, but I didn't know who she was. Pat Kuznati, Dustin and Noel Jason Scott. And then you have Death Park the End with Robert Allen Mukes and Sherry Davis. We love Sherry Davis.
Sherry's good.
And
friend.
Ken Brewer. And I love Robert Allen Mukes. I tried to get him on the show, but he said he doesn't really do interviews. But he's a cool guy.
The one that you probably haven't seen yet is my biggest one so far, and that's Return to Fear.
What is it?
Return to Fear. It's in post-production right now. That's with Blumhouse.
He doesn't stop talking.
No, I wrote it down.
Every time you talk, he talks, and I don't hear. Please repeat that title.
My Return to Fear.
Who's in it?
There's a bunch of big names in it. I don't know off the top of my head. I just know it's part of Blumhouse.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's big then if it's part of Blumhouse. I actually wrote it down. I wrote down Return to Fear and Dine and Dashians, which is kind of like a thing about addicts who don't want to really get healthy, and they like fucking Dine and Dash. It's like Dine and Dash, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
like
the one, and of course,
like-
I'm the mischievous one.
yeah, of course you are.
I'd like to see you play a vampire.
Oh, yay, my thing fell down.
No, I think you'd make a very, very sexy
vampire.
No, I'm looking for another word. Sexy and very mystical vampire. Sexy and mystical. You think? Is that the husband crawling in?
Oh yeah, this is one
Oh,
of
that's the cat.
Oh my gosh, she has a black
Did
cat.
you turn your husband into the cat?
This is Crawley.
Crawley.
She turned her husband into the cat. See, I told you, she's a witch.
Hi.
His name's Crawley.
Hi.
Hi, Crawley. Crawley's a
Come
guy
here.
or a girl?
Come here. It's a boy.
Hi,
Hi,
Crawley.
Crawley.
Look at the beautiful
He's
eyes.
beautiful.
She's beautiful.
It looks like a panther. He looks just like a panther.
Then you have another one, Hell's Coming for You, with Patrick Kilpatrick, who, like we had
Wait a
him on
minute,
our
did you
show.
know panthers really are not black? Tippi Hedren, who has a cat farm, animals, told me panthers are not black. The cats that we think are panthers are really called something else. Pointless story. Pointless. The whole thing is pointless. But anyway.
Did you ever see the movie The Birds?
Yes.
Okay, so
That's
Tippi Hedren, that's
I
Tippi
love
Hedren,
her.
so that way you know,
Tippi's
because
my
you don't know
buddy.
who that is.
I love my Tippi
The
Hedren.
girl who starred in that is who he's talking about, has a cat farm.
And she has lions and tigers. She's over 1,000 cats up at her son. Oh, yeah, I want to do a plug. Everybody donate to Shambhala. Shambhala needs to feed those cats. Some cats cost like $800 almost a day to feed, the big lions. So if you want to send some money, send to Shambhala, Tippi Hedren's cat farm, all the way up in past Santa Clarita.
So is Crowley like named after Victor Crowley?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So you guys, Victor Crowley is from what's the movie? Hatchet from the Hatchet movies. You guys, Kane Hodder plays Victor Crowley, and I love Kane Hodder. He's a really cool guy.
Now, do you decorate your house for Halloween?
The front yard is decorated, but since I'm doing so many performances this year, I won't be around and decorate inside.
Well, how'd you do your front yard?
There's little blow-ups everywhere.
Little what?
Blow-ups.
Blow-ups.
What's your favorite blow-up?
Ooh, my Chucky one.
Okay, I love Chucky.
We
You see
have
all my Chuckies.
We have a very long, big entry foyer to our house, and every one of Jimmy's dolls are there. We have the Wolfman, the mummies, vampires,
clowns.
We have everything, and
I have Krampus,
and they're all against the wall. So when you walk down, I'm going to get a photograph it. We call it.
Sorry, he knocked it down.
Jimmy Star's Hall of Monsters.
I have a Krampus. I have like a 7-foot Krampus.
We're going to photograph
I have
it
a
and
Michael
post it on
Myers.
Facebook.
I have a Michael Myers. So okay, so if you could have been in any horror movie ever that's ever been made in history, what horror movie would you have liked to have been in?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Like out of all the killers too, who's your favorite killer?
Don't. What do you call it? Let her do it.
Hey,
It would have to be
What did you
one of
think,
the.
Against the
It
Building?
would have to be one of the Friday the 13th films.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
He took a Yenta
Which one
pill.
do you like the best? I just watched the one with the girl with Laura Park Lincoln, where she's like the psychic girl. Or I just watched that one the other day.
Yeah. The original is probably my favorite, and I'm kind of biased because I've already been picked up by Kane Hodder in The Chokehold, so it kind of made me like even want to be in the film more, so I can just be choked by actual Jason.
Oh, that's fun. Kane Hodder's a cool guy.
And my favorite film is The Night of the Living Dead, the original black and white 1954. Scares the shit out of you to date. It's still scary.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And still spooky. I mean, the way it was a fabulous piece of work. $68,000 to do back then. Imagine making a film like that on $68,000. And it's a classic of all classics. It's been said that it's the #1 horror movie of the 1950s.
Nice.
Yes, everybody watch it. I love that. We should watch it again, especially when the truck is on fire and the guy goes and he gets a piece of the guy's arm that's toasted, barbecued, and he starts eating it. Ugh. Back then, back in night, we didn't have that sort of mentality. Back then, they never showed blood in the film, as you know. It was against the law, the movie law. So when we went to see Psycho, we couldn't believe Janet Leigh got killed 10 minutes into the film. The star never dies. And the same thing with the Night of the Living Dead. We never saw zombies. We never heard of zombies. And we never saw humans eating another human's body. So it was provocative and shocking and distasteful. We all walked out of the theater. Oh my God, that was disgusting. And we couldn't wait to tell our friends to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever worked with Kane Hodder yet?
Not yet, but I want to.
You will. You're young. You'll work with him. He's a really cool guy.
You're doing okay, sister. Keep it up. You're working at a good pace. You know, from when I met you a couple of years ago, you've really gone a long way. Don't forget, when I first met you, you were just an act. You just put your husband on fire trying to kill him for insurance money. Because remember, you said you insured him for $1 million, and if he burns to death, it's an accident.
Yeah.
Then you proceeded to put him on fire, and everybody threw their drinks at him. And of course, the alcohol and the drinks made the fire bigger, and he burnt down the whole theater. And he walked out unscathed, of course, not even a blister. Miraculous.
So, how did you guys meet?
Facebook.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! How long have you been together?
7 years.
Oh, good.
It'll be 7 years on New Year's Eve, and then we'll be married 3 years this year.
Okay, we just did our 10 years.
10 years
on October
could you
15th.
imagine? And you know what? Could you loan me some money, like $3,000, so I can get a divorce? Because you know, being married to him for 10 years is fatiguing. You see, he takes Yenta pills. See how he never stops talking when you talk.
Oh well, that's fine. So okay, so hold on. Let's do a bucket list actor and actress question. Like, if you could be in any kind of movie, any genre, it doesn't matter, but you got to pick who your co-stars would be. What male and female actor and actress would you pick to star with and be like, oh my God, this is like who I really want to work with?
Comedy horror, Jim Carrey, and Lynn Shay.
Oh, Lynn Shay's been on our show.
Who?
Lynn Shay. She's a big, huge horror actress.
Oh yeah, I remember Lynn Shay.
She was actually in all the.
Who would you like to direct you? We never asked that question.
Oh, you're right. I never asked that.
Who
A lot of
would you-
people. There's a lot of people.
No,
don't
but
know
we in the
directors.
business do, and we have a lot of friends that watch this show.
Guillermo del Toro or James Wan.
Oh, that's cool.
I want Marcel Waltz to direct me.
Or on Tim Burton.
Oh, Tim Burton would be cool. Actually, I think that Guillermo del Toro's got a new series on Netflix that just started yesterday.
Yep, Cabinet of
watch it?
Curiosities.
Did you watch it?
Not yet. I'm going to watch it today.
Okay. I'd like to see that
What
too.
made you dye your hair black?
Huh?
What made you dye your hair black?
Well, I was tired of the blonde, and I did green for a minute, and I was just like, you know what? I want to go back to being me. And so before I ever moved out here to California, this is the hair I had.
I think the black is a lot more useful in your act. The blonde, I think you were too sweet, pretty. The black makes you very provocative. And when you put your husband on fire to try to kill him again, I like that. The dark hair is good.
Thank you.
I think too. One thing about in California, because like almost everybody's blonde, you know, so I
Yeah.
think it makes you stand out a lot more.
Apple pie.
Because everybody else is a blonde, it
Yeah.
makes you stand
You're
out a
kind
lot
of Cher,
more.
like Cher. You remind me of Cher a little bit.
I love Cher.
And Elvira.
Isn't she? Oh, you know, I knew Elvira, and she didn't have black hair.
In real life, she has
red hair,
but
fire red hair.
In
She
real
wore
life,
a
she
black
does.
wig.
Yeah, she wore a black
Yeah,
wig.
but
You're right.
I was shocked when I met her at a cocktail party. I said to the person, they said, that's Elvira. I said, no, it's not. Elvira has black hair. So I walked up to her and I said, hello, Elvira. And she turned around and she said, hi, do I know you? I said, oh, what happened to the black hair? She said, it's a wig. I said, funny. You know, I guess a vampire
She
can't
just
be
wrote a book,
redhead.
and she's a member of the LGBTQ community.
She's very
a lesbian.
nice.
She's a
very-
lesbian. So it's
yeah,
cool.
she's gay, and I was there with a very beautiful blonde girl, and she is sweet as pie. Very nice person. I forgot her real name. What's her real name again?
Cassandra.
Sandra Peterson.
Right.
Look at that, though. She knows. Have you met her?
No, I hope to one day.
You're gonna love her
You
if you
will.
meet her. She's very friendly, very charming. Very. She appreciates you knowing who she is.
I went to dinner with her with a whole bunch of other people And
Did you like her?
Gary Busey was doing all kinds of weird things, and then they called the police on him, and
Well,
it
they
was a
always
mess.
call the police on Gary Busey.
Gary Busey's
I mean,
fun,
that's
though.
nothing new.
He's just fun.
Florida, when I lived in Florida, every day in the press, Gary Busey drunk, speeding ticket, fell off a bridge. I mean, everything they did.
Oh, come say hi. Say hi, Mortis.
Hold on, he's coming.
We only got a few minutes left, Mortis. We're just going to, say hi.
I think she's hiding him because
There
he's a
we go.
burn victim.
Hey, you
There
guys.
you are.
Mortis.
Hey. Hold on. Technical difficulties. There we go.
There he is. Hey, Mortis, how are you? Happy Halloween.
You can put your arm down.
Don't be nice to him, Jimmy. He wouldn't come on our show.
Wait a minute, he's on
He
now.
was hiding in another room.
I've been trying to get on your show for the last year.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put you on fire when I see you.
You know that he doesn't go on fire. She does.
No, but I'm going to put him on fire. The act will be better as people watch him burn to a crisp.
Mortis, tell everybody how do they find you on social media real quick.
Literally, you can type in Mortis the Devil's Reject on anything and find me.
That's good that you got the whole
Hey,
thing.
Mortis, how did you get such a beautiful, nice wife? What did you do, bribe her?
She blackmailed me and told me if I don't take her, she'd stalk me and kill me.
Oh, see, so still,
that's what I did too.
She was one of those stalker fans, you know, the creepy ones that hide in your closet.
And you're not worried when she has the fire that she may try to kill you?
Nah, because if she killed me, she wouldn't have me.
Well, she said you were insured for $1 million. If you go on fire, she gets.
I'll just taxidermy you, remember?
Yeah, I'll just taxidermy, sit me there, you know.
Taxidermy, sit you here.
Charge tickets. I'll be sitting on my throne.
You're gonna stuff them?
No, she's gonna stuff me.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
gonna
I
stuff
said.
her.
That's what I said. You're gonna stuff
I think
him.
that's hilarious.
That's fun. Make sure you stuff his penis erect.
Yeah, see, this way she can come and see me anytime and come and see me.
Yes.
Come and see. You filthy
He's
pig.
quick.
I'm looking forward to seeing you two
Yes,
guys.
we're looking forward to seeing you guys on Saturday night at Halloween.
And thank you very
Highness.
much for coming because all that money goes to St. Jude Hospital to
Right.
help kids. And we all have to get together at some point
We
in
have to
our
get good
lives to help
pictures.
other people. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
I always love paying it forward, and I always believe in, you know, the charities because growing up as a kid, that's all we had. You know, that's what took care of a lot of us, especially the ones that were, you know, in need of it.
Right. What do you got
Absolutely.
hanging from your lips? Piercing?
Yeah. See, ow! Sorry, I got a cat on me.
Does that bother you?
No.
At all? You know, I have a little bit of skin on my lip. I'm trying to bite it off. It's annoying the shit out of me. I could never deal with anything like that. Like a penis on a ring. What do they call it? Prince Valiant?
Albert.
Prince
Albert. Oh my God.
I could never have that. I could never have. I have hair falling out of my head.
If you're worried about an Albert, don't get a Jacob's ladder.
What's that?
I don't know what it is.
What's a
so it
Jacob's
must be
ladder?
must be pushing all the way up your whole dick.
Yes.
So you walk on it like a ladder.
Why on earth would any Mortis? You don't have that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't
Why
believe in
on earth
mutilation
would
there.
anybody want to do that?
Just biting.
But no,
That's
I don't even have a tattoo. Not one.
I don't have a tattoo.
No,
No, he doesn't have.
those
Oh.
wash off. I know that.
So what's your favorite tattoo?
There's this one here.
What's that?
It's the
say?
initials of Doc Holliday.
Okay.
And then I got, where is it? It wraps all the way. I'm going to try to find a good one. Where is it?
That's your
Hold on. Where am I?
Are you lost?
Is Lillian tattooed on you anywhere?
No. I got my kids' names on me. I'm going to be getting my grandson's name on me. I got a deck of cards here for when my grandparents died.
Cool it. You have a grandson?
Yeah. And
How old are you?
old enough. No, 43.
Oh, yeah,
43 and you have a grandson?
Yeah, I was a little early.
Like 10 years, 9
No,
years
no.
old?
If you're 43, that means you could have a kid who's 23.
Not a grandson.
Yeah, well, the 23-year-old could have a baby.
I had a kid when I was 16,
Okay.
and she had her son when she was 21.
So
And now she's
you're a very
20.
young. You could be a great grandfather soon.
No,
Yeah, you can.
no.
In 20 years, you can.
Yeah, but see, that's appropriate time.
Yeah,
You'd be
that's appropriate,
You'd be
yeah.
63 years old. That's young.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And I'd be the most amazing grandfather out there.
I bet you
I'm
would,
sure you
actually.
would. I would have been, except my kids never got married.
I think it's fun. I think it's super cool. I you don't look anywhere near 43.
No.
I mean,
Nobody looks their age.
Lillian
anymore.
says
that Hollywood blood.
Jimmy looks his age, but nobody else looks.
Thanks. I think Lillian looks like she's like 20 years old, so she looks super young.
She looks like
and you don't look like you're much more than like 25. So between the two of you, you don't even look old enough, to put together to have a child. So I think it's terrific, and I think it's always a lot of fun because we see you guys at all these events, and you guys are performing, and it's a lot of fun. How do people find out more about Mortis, the Devil's Rejects? They can find your music that way too.
Yeah, I'm on Spotify. I'm on iTunes. I'm everywhere.
Okay, so you guys check it out.
Do you do private? Do you do private events?
Yes.
Yeah, we do a lot of private events, and
Well,
they pay well.
let's see how we get you. Assuming someone wants to put somebody on fire, how did they get you?
You can go to on Facebook or Instagram and just write us. We respond all the time.
But what's the call letters?
You can go to Mortis the Devil's Reject on Facebook and message us there. Or you can go to mine, which is Mortis McCullough. You could go to
Lillian Mortis or Lady Mortis or Lillian Samantha Mortis, whichever. Lillian Official.
Lillian Official, yes.
Because folks, if you're really having an event, their show is terrific. I mean, your guests will be like, especially when he bursts into flames and he disappears into ashes.
Well,
we don't know.
We're getting ready to do a machete walk, and I'm going to be doing a box of death soon. And we picked up a couple new props for the show, and we got new songs coming out. And hopefully by the end of this month, I'll have a new song out.
What's a machete walk?
Well, you line up a bunch of machetes, blades up, and you walk across them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's not
like my glass walk.
Yeah, I've seen the glass walk.
I remember that too.
Oh, there's a lot more to it now.
I couldn't do the machete walk thing. I don't know if I could watch it because I think I just had knee surgery. Just the pain of like thinking of anything touching my foot would kill me.
Yeah,
I would be willing to do a show if somebody would pay me $2 million. I'd get a stick of dynamite, put it up Jimmy's ass, and light it.
Yeah, right.
And then
one-time show, right?
Yeah, and we could watch him just go all over in pieces. And I figured there are a lot of sickos out there that would pay for that. So if anybody out there is interested in watching him get blown up, send me $2 million. I'd be happy to stick a dynamite stick up his ass.
That's not nice.
Because I love you.
Anyway,
I just tease him. Everybody knows.
So everybody follow Lillian and Mortis. You guys, they're going to be. You can't see them Friday night because they're doing a private vampire party, but you can see them Saturday night at Halloween Hotness. The tickets are still available. It's Halloween-hotness.com. There's going to be about 250 celebrities mingling with everybody else. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys should come in and see their show and see us.
It's a good show, folks. I watched it. And I've seen it a couple of times. And I always said that anybody that's performing for more than an hour, even Frank Sinatra, is a bore. But their show is not a bore. It just keeps changing. It moves very quickly. And that's what I like about it. We were at a party the other night for Michelle Kanan, her birthday party, and they had a broad there who danced with fire. I said, when is this chick going to get off the friggin' stage? She's been there for like an hour. It was so boring. How much flames can you shoot around and scarves and stuff spinning and spinning? I mean, come on. Your show is interesting.
Well, thank you.
You have a story before you put him on.
Yeah. So also that movie I told you about, we're starting to film it pretty soon. We're getting ready to do principal photography on my horror film. So very soon I'll be contacting you guys about that too.
Good. What's your film called?
The Blood of the Ripper.
Oh,
I like that.
Like Jack the Ripper?
Different type, but
the Reaper, the Grim Reaper.
He's not going to tell you because it's like secret. He's not going to tell you.
Well, the Blood of the Ripper is a drug that psychopaths are taking in the movie.
Oh, I thought maybe Kelly Ripper.
No.
That'd be a horror show.
That would be, actually.
That would be some horror. She's quite a horror.
How's my ratings?
No, I understand people that know her say she is a horror. To know she's not very nice. So Kathy Ripper. Kelly Ripper.
It's the funniest shit. All right, you guys. So everybody, we're going to see them Saturday night. Look for pictures and go get tickets if you live in Los Angeles. It's for St. Jude's. It's a great charity, and the tickets are only like $35.
And let me tell you something. $35. Go to McDonald's. A hamburger, a Coke, and French fries. There goes your $35.
So
and here you
enjoy.
get an evening of entertainment and goodies to eat and celebrities to meet, a red carpet to walk on, and dolls, wax figures of great movie stars to see for free. It's quite an event. Please come. We need your money. St. Jude needs your money.
Yes.
Children need medical supplies and cancer treatment. Please help those little kids.
There you go. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for coming on the show. We'll see you Saturday.
Bye.
See you Saturday.
Yay.
They're a loving couple.
They're very
And everybody out there, don't get offended the way I tease Jimmy. Jimmy and I are secure in our love, and we can play with each other. We're not insecure people that, oh, how could you say that about me?
Not at all. And our next guest is already here. Let's say, hey, Juan, see if you can do an introduction on this one. See if it works or not. We'll see if it works because it didn't work before.
What shouldn't work?
I guess it's not working again either.
What?
Huh?
Now, help me welcome the one, the only, Mark Holton.
Yay! Hey, how you doing?
Well, I feel like I've been summoned from the depths.
Yeah, you have.
That was quite a different intro.
That was our Halloween intro with Juan,
Right.
our engineer. It's fun.
Perfect.
So we can hear you. I want to make sure we can hear you. So now what we're going to do, actually, are you on a phone?
Yes, sir.
Can you turn it sideways or no?
Yeah, I can do that.
That way you'll be lengthwise.
And you're coming closer.
There we go.
Oh, my Lord.
That's okay.
This rig is a piece of you-know-what, gentlemen.
There you go.
Yay! All right.
Will that work?
Yeah, much better. That way we're the same size. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented superstar Mark Holton. Hello and welcome to the show.
Well, it's great to be here. Thank you very much. Where the hell's my eye line? Over here?
Yeah, that's fine. I know we see you perfect, so you're good.
Okay.
You're in it good, so we can see you.
All right, sir.
If you want, you could lower it like a little teeny bit, and that way you won't have so much space on top of your head.
And maybe up your volume
There
a
you
little.
go. And is your volume up all the way?
I will check that. Check. I believe it is now.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Now you're froze.
No,
There
we're
you
good.
go.
All
You're
right.
back.
So first, let me introduce you to my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, Ron.
And I'm Jimmy Star. We have a chat room full of people, so please say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everybody in the chat room.
Yay!
Come with me.
It's going to be fun. So where are you actually? What state are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from a small town near Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I think I played there once years ago. Tulsa, Oklahoma. I remember Tulsa. Yes, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Cute little city.
It's got to be a big, cute little city with a lot of music and comedians and people coming through. There are a lot more casinos here than when you were here, I'm sure.
I was there in 1962 or 3.
There was nothing here when you were here.
That's why he's saying a cute little town.
No, let me tell you something. It was a big booking. If you played Tulsa, you played a good booking because I think we were sold. If I remember correctly, our show was sold out. People were banging on the door to come in and see more. I don't remember the theater we were in, but it was an old theater on a main street in Tulsa.
Would it have been the old lady on Brady, the Brady Theater?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that predates when you were there, so I don't know.
I wish I could remember the name of the theater. It was a famous name.
Anyway,
a name that people knew in the business. Oh,
Ron
Jesus.
used to perform as Jane Russell in straight clubs back in the day.
Review-
Jane Russell was his best friend, and then
Drag reviews.
he did drag reviews, but not in gay clubs, in straight supper clubs.
I
And
did
stuff.
stand-up comedy and clubs. I booked all over. I was never a transsexual or trans. I never wanted to be a chick. I was an actor who dressed up for a show.
Like Dame Edna.
I have to make that clear to everybody. I never wanted my dick chopped off. But,
just like Milton Berle, I got it.
right. No, but we
Actually,
had
you
a
knew
good
Milton
show.
Berle.
I knew. No, stop that. Don't ever go there. But
Anyway, so you guys.
yeah, I knew Milton Berle.
You guys, first of all, you guys can follow Mark. He's on Instagram. It's at official Mark Holton. Just put the official before it and you'll find it. And he's been in a ton of shit, and I want to talk about some of the shit. And believe it or not, even though we'll talk about Pee-wee's Big Adventure, because I know that's probably like what everybody like is the most famous. But my favorite is Teen Wolf. I love freaking Teen Wolf. We actually met James Hampton many years ago, right before he died. I met James Hampton, and I thought Teen Wolf was like one of the greatest like fun family films ever made. And you were in both of them with Michael J. Fox. If anybody doesn't know, Michael J. Fox was the star of the first one, and so
that's not the one with Michael Landon.
No,
Michael Landon was the first werewolf. I thought.
No, this is
Teenage.
No, this is different. This is Teen Wolf. Like it's like he didn't see it.
No, Michael Landon played a teenage wolf back in the 50s when I was a kid. I remember seeing it.
Oh, that's funny though. But go back to Teen Wolf. I want to hear a little. So did you?
Yeah, I know that film. Teen Wolf. Now I know.
It's got a great soundtrack.
Yes. No, I've seen Teen Wolf. That's with the guy that's sick.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how was Teen Wolf for you?
Well, it was a great set to learn on. One of my first gigs, so I got to kind of scope things out and figure out what the hell was happening behind the camera and why, what different people did. So, it was kind of neat because I was out there on the court in front of the cameras all day long for 12 or 18-hour days. So it was very easy, during breaks to go over to the crew and say, no, let me see if I got this straight. And they would say, no, you'd have no idea. But it was a really neat experience. And James Hampton was one of those actors that I grew up watching on television. I was born in 1958. So I was probably watching James Hampton before I was 10 years old. So, to walk in and remember him from these characters that I had, grown up watching was quite a deal. And he was very, very nice to me during both films. And he was just a super guy, just genuine, someone you would want for a neighbor. I loved him to death.
So that was one of your first films. So did you have to actually audition?
Oh, I'm sure I did. A lot of people ask me about auditions that took place 35 years ago, and I just have to say, I don't know. Where'd you go before first? Don't remember.
That's funny though. That's fun though. It's a great movie. Everybody should watch it. It's a great family film with a great story. The second one is good, but it isn't as good as the first one. And the second one, I think, was Jason Bateman, right? Played yes. the role. And Jason Bateman has had what a resurgence.
I saw that one too.
What a resurgence in his career. Also, you kind of like have been in some pretty iconic horror movies, and it's so funny because I was working in my office on, I think it was Friday, and I was flipping through channels. I watch stuff on my iPad while I'm working. I'm a publicist also. And so I was working and Leprechaun came on and I was like, oh my gosh, Mark's in Leprechaun. And so I ended up watching Leprechaun, which I didn't really remember that, Jennifer Aniston is, like a lot of people in that, it blew up, and you were great in Leprechaun. And so then you kind of have a horror thing because then you played John Wayne Gacy, and you actually played John Wayne Gacy, which is pretty fucking iconic. With the whole thing, and then you did another Leprechaun Returns. I noticed it on your IMDb because I haven't seen that one yet, but that's like many years later. So how did you like the horror genre?
I do. I know very little, or I used to know very little about it. I'm learning a lot and kind of trying to figure things out. I'm just amazed at horror fans because it seems like they're all walking encyclopedias about horror and the horror genre and how many people have played the same villain over the years and what years and for what director, and it's just amazing.
Yes,
to hear them. And then after I did, I think the second Leprechaun, I was contacted by a guy that he and his brother, Michael and Jay Levy, have made a film called Terrifier and Terrifier 2. And both of the films are doing very well. And
Are you
right
in?
before.
Are you in any of those?
I am in a film that was made just before the first Terrifier.
Okay.
It was done during COVID. These guys are from New York, but they found a hotel in the middle of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I'm serious. Flew the whole crew and cast in there. We were in this old hotel. I literally got off the plane, went to the hotel, shot all my stuff, and then when they had me in the can, they took me right back to the airport, and I never saw Pennsylvania except from a speeding automobile.
That's a shame because it's a very beautiful state. We lived there for a while. I love Pennsylvania.
We just don't like the cold so much, but we live there. Is that Steam? Is that the movie Steam?
Stream, like we're streaming on StreamYard.
Yes. Okay, so I actually wrote that down because I've been friends with Danielle Harris for years. And it has Danielle Harris, Dee Wallace has been on our show, Jeffrey Combs, Dave Sheridan. Ron's done a couple movies with Dave Sheridan.
Oh, sweetheart
Tony
of a
Todd's
guy.
been on our show, and Felissa Rose has been on our show like 10 times.
I love her too.
And
but what Dan is just a super.
Dave.
I'm sorry. Dave is a super actor and a super person. You know, he has a wife that has a disability, and he takes care of the family and his wife and works. He's just an incredible guy. I love Dan a lot.
Dave,
why do I call him Dan? You know, I've called him Dan on the set.
I know.
I think he responds to Dan now because for some reason he looks like a Dan to me, not a Dave. He doesn't look like a Dave. I remember on two movies, I kept calling him Dan.
Is Stream
Are you talking about Dave Sheridan?
Yeah,
Dave Sheridan.
Yes.
I love Dave Sheridan.
Yeah, we see him a lot here in California because we see him in LA, and
He's
plus,
a wonderful.
he's been on our show probably like 5 times.
He's a wonderful father, husband, actor.
Ron did 2 movies with him.
2 movies with him, and I really enjoy working with him.
So is Stream available for people now? Can they see it?
No. They're banking Stream. They're going to let the Terrifier and Terrifier 2 is still in motion. I don't know how else to put it, but they're going to let that go for a little bit, and then you just read off one hell of a cast.
Yeah.
So there would be I would think a lot of reason just from the cast list on that film, and I was probably one of the first people to actually get in the film, do the film, and as time progressed, they said, "Oh, guess what? Guess who we got to play so and so? Who? Oh, no shit." And it was just like that for every week, and people just kept coming on and coming on and coming on. At the time, oh God, what's the actor's name? He played Venus Flytrap on WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, I forgot. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Tim. Anyway, forgive me, Tim. But I did get to see part of his death scene, and that was quite horrific.
No, it's got a great cast. So let me ask you a question. So I watched the first Terrifier the other day for the first time, and I thought it was like okay. I'm more. What I like about it is the fact that Terrifier 2 they made it for like $250,000, and I think it's up to about $6 million or whatever. And so I always want to. Yeah.
Wow.
So I want to give props because they really whether you like the film or not, the fact that an indie horror movie made for no money, is in theaters and is making money is kudos to them because it doesn't happen very often.
And Mark, I hope you're on the back end of that.
He's not in that one.
Oh, he's not in it.
No,
Shit.
but it's the same people that did this film that he's talking about.
How did you miss that film? It grossed $6 million on the back end.
And it's still going. I bet you it blows up this weekend and really adds another like $5 million to it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Boy, are those producers happy?
Oh no, they're happy. They're very happy.
These guys have had the same crew for a long time, and they all know exactly what each other is thinking before the other one does. So they really did build a really tight knit, functional
crew unit. Right.
That's the only thing I can think of that has ensured their just extreme success.
Have you seen the movies? Have you seen them both?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. I was all ready to see it. Here we are during 'tis the season to see it. And the 70-inch television that I was going to watch it on died.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. Well, it really doesn't stink that bad because it came with the house and I didn't have to pay for it. So, yeah, it'll cost me $25 to get rid of it here. And then it's off to Costco, baby, for Terrifier.
Yeah, you'll have to go get another one. I love it. So let's talk a little bit about, because I actually picked out certain things that you've been in because, number one, we've had a lot of the people that are from those films, like we're either friends with them or we've had them on the show, which kind of like brings us to our 6 degrees of separation.
Yep.
So let's go.
Well, we are a small business, really.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Francis Buxton. We've never met Paul Rubens before, but E.G. Daly's been on our show like a million times, like really like many times. It's probably one of like the most iconic movies. I'm sure. Do people know, they know you from Pee-wee's, or what is the movie that people most recognize you from?
Oh, that's a hard one. It seems like those films kind of came out all at the same time. You know, Mom would take the kids to see Pee-wee, and they'd take them back to see Teen Wolf. And then a couple of weeks later, they'd go in, and there's, look, it's Enrico Palazzo. So it's really hard. I mean, I would say at least 4 or 5 of those films in a row, people pretty much went, oh, that's the guy. Oh, yeah, that's the guy from whatever,
I want you to do it again. Hold on 1 second. So you guys remember the movie The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad? So he has the line that everybody knows and everybody remembers from the actual movie. And so do it again for us.
Deliver the line.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo.
Which is like fun because I think, first of all, who doesn't like a Naked Gun movie? Leslie Nielsen is.
But getting back to Pee-wee Herman, I'm an adult and I enjoy that film. I've seen it a couple of times. I'm a fan of Pee-wee's, and also I was a fighter for him when he was so wrongly
outed
and disgraced unnecessarily. He's a lovely man. He's a funny guy. He made children happy. And to do that to an actor is really cruel and evil.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that he's returning. I understand he's going to make another. Is he making another?
I think they're already doing it.
Pee-wee Herman movie.
I don't know about the movie. They're doing a TV show.
Well, whatever it is, I'm going to sell it like crazy. I will definitely push it because this man deserves an apology from those who condemned him.
Yeah. Well, that's the way corporate money works, They didn't even give him a chance to draw a breath. They just said, kill it.
Yeah.
And
there's so many children lost out.
Oh, yeah. And they I don't know.
And of course, a lot of
it was horrible. Yeah.
From the cast has passed away. The guy that used to be on the television with the turban. He passed away.
Yeah.
So it won't be the same. I think Pee-wee should bring that show back because I think the kids today need to escape all the horrors that life is offering them. And that Pee-wee Herman show was adorable.
So wait,
just sweet as hell.
Go back to Pee-wee's Big Adventure though, because I'm sure when you're in that, that was a huge hit. That wasn't
great,
like a little
and it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It's a huge hit. Did you get recognized everywhere you went after that?
It just depended. Of course, I didn't walk around Hollywood in a blue, a blue jumpsuit with FB on the lapel. It just depended. A lot of people, and at the time, I was just wearing an old shirt or whatever around Hollywood, and people would come up and go, you know what, you look just like that guy and so and so.
Right.
And I was, really? Well, now, who is that now? Oh, and they'd say, well, I don't know what his name is, but you know the movie. And I would say, yeah, I'll have to check it out. Thanks.
Did you live in Hollywood for a long time? Like when you were doing the predominant, when you did all these things in a row, were you living in Hollywood?
I was, my first bachelor efficiency apartment was on, it was at the 5 and Los Feliz Boulevard. So that would have been technically Glendale, Atwater.
Right.
But it was a straight shot, right down to Hollywood from that, my first digs there. And then I lived pretty close, just off Western for a little bit. And, but after that, I got out of there and moved to the Valley.
So you were in California, though, then, when you were working?
Those were the days. I lived on Laurel Canyon when it turned in Hollywood Boulevard, where it turned into Laurel Canyon. And
Nice.
my rent was $250 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. And it was wonderful because it was country and everybody, you could afford $250. I'd like to know what that apartment goes for now. Probably $2,500.
At least.
Probably, at least, yeah.
So it's really tough on a lot of the kids that are starting off in our business that live in Hollywood because they work 2 or 3 jobs to afford the rent, and they're so tired they can't even go to an audition. It's really hard getting in our business.
Don't get me on my soapbox because I've got one for each foot when it comes to the Screen Actors Guild. But a new actor coming into this business should never have to pay more than he made gross for his first day player job to get that damn card.
I so agree.
I agree 100%.
I totally agree. We have to talk to Fran Drescher about it.
Good luck.
Yeah, she's been on our show.
I interviewed Fran. Possibly we may be even working together if things go as we think. And I will definitely be in her ear. And I think you're right. I mean, it's a sin. It's $3,500 now to join. Who made $3,500?
I think it's more.
More now? Well, $3,500 to join SAG, and nobody made that on their first movie. You're lucky you made $300.
Okay, I don't know the answer to this, but you might. What is the SAG minimum for 1 week? What's the SAG contract for 1 week of labor?
Depends
on 3,500.
It's around that. It's around that. Yeah.
Okay, well then the card shouldn't cost any more than that.
Yeah, I agree. The card shouldn't.
And also, if you're not working, you shouldn't have to pay dues.
But a lot of people don't get a week.
The dues should be suspended until you work again.
Well, there's a lot of old cats that got turned out that you'll never hear about on the evening news that used to be taken care of by the union, and then all of a sudden they dumped them out. And they went pleaded with the big money people in Hollywood, and they said, we'll look into it, and then nothing was done. But when you look at the due structure, there are 3 or 4 people working at any given time in that union. And if their dues were assessed the way the poor guy that just got in at $3,500 that had to pay that, if their dues were assessed at the same percentage, every problem that damn union has could go away overnight.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially insurance.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you know what? I have never talked about this before. Thank you for giving me this platform.
No. Please, whatever you want to speak about.
Yeah. Now I won't get my pension.
My father was a set builder. He built sets for the Loews Triborough Theater in New York. And my father was also brought out to build the Gone with the Wind set because they didn't have enough carpenters. So they got all the Italian immigrants from New York that were carpenters, and they brought them to California. And my father loved the union because the union was for the people. I mean, they put my father and my mother in a beautiful place to live, and I wasn't born yet. I came the next year, and it was a wonderful thing. Today, the unions have changed, and they're not for the people. They're for I don't know who, but they're certainly not for the people. And that's what we need to do, bring unions back for the people. That's the idea of the union, was to protect the migrant worker or the low-end worker. Not anymore. Unions do nothing for you but take your money.
Well, there you have it.
SAG has
just grab the flag and run with it, man. I'm right behind you.
There's a lot of problems with SAG. I just did a low-budget feature under $100,000, and I went all union. I went the Directors Guild, Directors Guild, Writers Guild, and SAG. SAG made me use a specific payroll company to do it. I used that payroll company. I paid all the payroll up front, and then they made me give a SAG deposit that matched that. And so I had to pay. So basically, like, my payroll was like 18 grand, and I had to give them another 18 grand out of my budget. And I still haven't gotten it back. And we finished shooting on February like 8th, and it's been like 6 months or whatever. And I still haven't gotten back the SAG deposit, which we had to borrow from our investor because it wasn't in the budget to have to pay the people twice. So SAG's got a lot of problems.
And SAG makes it difficult to do a film. SAG is supposed to be there to help you to do a film, not to make you go broke before you do the film. And that's our beef with SAG. I am a SAG. I used to be SAG. I gave it up. Now I'm SAG.
You're SAG eligible.
I'm SAG eligible. And I really like working without. I'm allowed now to work a SAG production without being a member because I'm in the business 64 years.
That's not why.
Why is that?
You're allowed to do it because of you go under the other. Anyway,
whatever.
He's not good with the technical stuff.
No, anyway, really, so many actors I know are no longer SAG members. They won't work.
They're doing a lot of indie films that are under like $1 million that can get sold.
Exactly.
As
How do you feel about that? You're SAG. Would you do a non-SAG production?
I'm 64 years old. I have just about that much time left to get my pension. So no, I would not put my pension in jeopardy for anything.
Well, I'm 82 years old and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but you didn't make your whole living as an actor like he did.
No, definitely.
He's
not.
fabulous.
Yeah, I've done other things in the business.
So okay, so hold on. Okay, so anyway, SAG is a problem, and yeah, I wouldn't do anything to rep my pension either because you've got such big credits. And one thing that's very cool about your career is that basically you're like one of the leads in almost everything that you did. I went down IMDb because they always list everybody by order of importance, and for many of your projects, you're like in the top like 3 or 4 like stars of the film. So like you were not like you were never an extra, and you weren't like a somebody who was a part of the cast but not an important part. You always played very important roles in all the films that you were in. If you weren't the lead, like because I think the Gacy movie was awesome. Like I freaking loved it. So you did a movie that I haven't seen called My Life, and I'm bringing it up. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's any good, but the people in it are freaking amazing. Michael Keaton, Nicole Kidman, Bradley Whitford, Queen Latifah. I love Queen Latifah. Richard Schiff. Sure. Is that a movie that's worth? Should we go dig it out and look at it?
I think you should. It's a box of Kleenex on the counter next to you, depending on how it hits you. But Michael Keaton pretty much plays a cancer victim, whatever, and it's about his life going away.
Oh wow! Okay.
His life, and there's some performances there that I was quite surprised by, like Queen Latifah, and I went, man, this is a very talented lady. She's got a lot more to her than just the music, So.
Oh, no,
but she's a very good comedian. I've seen her in a lot of films where she plays light comedy, and she plays it well. I think
she played Bessie too.
Well, yeah, you know what? If a comedian makes the best dramatic actor, we all know that. If you're a comedian, I was a stand-up comic for 46 years, and I'm a very good dramatic actor. And to go from comedy to drama is difficult, but not for a comedian. For some reason, comedians feel things more so than most people.
Well, it's a shame that more people aren't even aware that Andy Griffith did a film called A Face in the Crowd.
Oh, I love it, with Patricia Neal, a buddy of mine. I loved her.
And they just think of him, as and somebody being tortured by Goober and Gomer. But you look at that and it's like, my God, what a friggin' monster under the skin.
Absolutely.
So Ron is
a lot of roles like that,
Ron used to have a show called Set the Record Straight. A television show called Set, where he interviewed all the legends of like Hollywood, and Jane Russell was his best friend, and he worked with like Elizabeth Taylor, and he knew Betty Davis, and all the stars,
all the old bags,
I'm
the last of the Mohegans. They've all died, and I'm still here. But of course, I was younger than most of them by many years. Some by 25. Like Jane and I were 24 years apart. But when you get to be my age, there's no such thing as age apart anymore. I could be with a 90-year-old or a 50-year-old. We're all in the same boat for some reason. When you're young, when you're 20, somebody 30 doesn't want to be with you. But as you get older. So, yes, I knew all of these legends, and some were wonderful, some weren't. But Patricia Neal, I adored her. She was, because her name came up, she was so honest and so loyal and such. I loved her.
HUD.
And
one of my favorites.
She loved Gary Cooper till the day she died. She never. She told me she was married and had 5 children with a husband, but she never got over Gary Cooper. He was the love of her life, and she died loving him. She's a lovely woman. Pat was supposed to come on my show, and I was so excited, and we advertised it, and then she passed away. I was devastated to have not gotten that TV interview out of her. I wanted the people to know who she really was.
Okay, so hang on. I have two things. First of all, because we have 10 minutes, but I don't want to run out of time. So one thing I just want to bring up for everybody who's listening and watching, another cult classic film that you were in, A League of Their Own, Tom Hanks, Lori Petty, Gina Davis, Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell, David Strathairn, Gary Marshall, John Lovitz, Bill Pullman, Tia Loney. I mean, these are like all A-list, freaking amazing.
That was all of Hollywood.
And that was a great movie.
Yeah,
it's a really, really good movie.
It was a good movie.
About women's baseball. So everybody should check that one out because it's great. How was it working on that? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, for me personally, it's my favorite thing that I've done.
Cool.
And it was when you get to work in the Baseball Hall of Fame, doing that scene with those people around you, and Penny Marshall just had a way of telling you how much it meant to her without really saying a word. We were getting ready to shoot, and she grabbed me and a couple other people from the crew, and we went up to the theater, and I got to see the interactive thing that they have there. And after that was over with, it was pretty much like, this is where we're going to come from when we go downstairs. So it was very easy to shoot that scene. God, that was what, 30 years ago?
Yeah.
I was going through a box of memorabilia, stuff I had forgotten that I ever had. And, back in the day, nobody had a cell phone. They used the little, spit out Polaroid. And that was for pretty much every department. And I'm digging down through there, and I'm coming up with some of these things. And all of a sudden I pick one up, and there's Penny Marshall choking me outside the Baseball Hall of Fame. And I thought, my God, I don't even remember them taking this, It was, I don't even know how I got a hold of it, but I pulled it out and I gave it to my son, and I said, I need you to work your miracles on this and clean it up because it's going on my wall.
That's awesome.
You know what? That had to be such energy on that production because you had so much talent surrounding you all the time. Did you feel it? Did you feel like you had to work really hard because you had great people with you?
Well, the only person, when people ask me, well, what was it like working with this actor or that actor or whatever, they're very surprised to hear that the lady that played Gina Davis was not Gina Davis.
Okay.
And that was her voice and her face and her mannerisms, and that's just how
that was not Gina Davis.
Yeah.
It was a stand-in?
Well, it was an actress that was hired to play.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
I never knew this. My God, here we are thinking it was really David. Holy
well,
shit.
Another reason why it's one of my favorite films. I get to do that to people. You
Yes,
know?
that's a big wow. That's a big reveal.
Now I have to watch that film when it comes on and
Yeah.
see. That's
No.
amazing.
Well, one of the things that that killed me was, on paper, you got the kid, I know news, and then you look at the scene on paper, and I'm thinking, wow, this could be great, and it came, within a couple of weeks of shooting it in Cooperstown, and they were still in somewhere I can't remember if it was Ohio or Illinois. Where they were shooting neighborhoods from a certain period of time from that period of time, and she flew me there just to talk with me on the porch of one of these built houses and about the role, and wanted to hear, how I thought I should do the role or whatever, and gave me her 2 cents worth, and then sent me back. And I'm like, damn, that's some firepower, baby.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, why couldn't they get Davis?
What was her
No,
voice?
they had Davis, but they just played. They hired the actress to play her that many years later.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah,
I love it. So here's a question I like to ask everyone. We've got 4 minutes. Who's a bucket list? Because you worked with like so many A-list people. Is there somebody on your bucket list that if you had an opportunity, a male and a female, to work with, somebody that you would like to work with that you haven't worked with? And if you could have ever been in any movie in history, what movie would you have liked to have been in?
Oh God. Can we come back and do a whole other?
He gets everybody with that one.
Oh, I don't know. If some of the roles I would have liked to play, but I'm either too old or still too young. Would be like Quasimodo. I would love to have done a remake of Quasimodo, and not on 3/4 video.
Right.
Okay. So, I don't know. There's a lot of really good actors out there that I would like to work with, and there's a lot of people out there that I wouldn't piss on them if they burst into flames on the set. and people that I legitimately used to think are wonderful actors that could do no wrong, and then they open their mouth and shoot it off for a couple of decades, and I'm going, I could not step on the set with this son of a bitch.
No, yeah. I get that.
So, I'm just a rotten old bastard when it comes to that, but I can show up and be civil and put something in the can for you. As long as it's something that I feel like I can, contribute something to it besides want me in it. So
right.
I always say I do my best acting off camera when I have to go to certain events and parties and see people who I really don't like. That's when I should get an Academy Award, because these people would never know I can't stand them or stomach.
Well, you had decades and decades of rehearsal.
Yeah. You had decades in rehearsal.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The only one I really never liked was Rhonda Fleming. She was the meanest woman. You know who Rhonda Fleming was, the redhead? She was the meanest woman I have ever met in my life. And I had to be nice to her because she was Jane Russell's best friend. So every time I would be in Rhonda's company, Jane would say to me, "Now, Ron, you be nice." And I'd say, "Okay, Jane." And I'd see Rhonda and I'd say something nice to her, and she'd say the most evil thing back. She was not a nice woman. I don't know why. When she married Mann Theaters, she became very wealthy and powerful. And that's when she thought she could shit on everybody. Jane even agreed.
So,
wow.
So but, some people get power and fame and an Academy Award, and they think that their shit doesn't smell.
So hang on, you guys follow Mark on Instagram. It's official Mark Holton, MarkHolton. Another movie we didn't talk about, check out, is My Chauffeur, because Deborah Foreman's been on our show many times. Sam Jones is in it, Howard Hessman, E.G. Marshall.
Oh, Sam, I want to work with Sam Jones. And did you work with him? Did you have scenes with him?
I'm seeing another Sam Jones.
Sam Jones is Flash Gordon.
Huh?
Flash Gordon, Sam Jones.
It's not ringing a bell, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. And check out also you guys Undercover with David Harris, Barry Corbin, and Jennifer Jason Lee. Follow him on Instagram. We want to thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Congratulations on such a stellar career. And everybody loved the SAG conversation, by the way.
Well,
and
please go to everyonelovestees.com. It'll take you to Etsy if you want some merch. There you go.
Okay. Say it one more time. Everyone loves tees. Tees.
Yes, sir. Everyonelovestees.com.
All right, we'll check it out. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you. I had a great
on
time.
Halloween, if you're going to do anything. And you know what I really hope for? I hope to see you in the next Pee Wee Herman movie.
Well,
I think that would be like old time sake, wouldn't it? Be nice.
It would be, you know, if the script's there, it would be great. I know that Paul has a memoir coming out, and I believe there is a documentary on his life story.
Right.
So I would love for, you know, whatever is going to happen with that. I would imagine they would both come out simultaneous. I can't imagine any other situation. But after that's over, it would be great for him to come back and start doing conventions.
And you to be in the room to get that bicycle back for him.
All right, Mark. Thank you so
Take
much.
care,
Bye,
Mark.
everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Can turn out to be so wrong.
Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. So come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.